Hello, Fit Fam. Lovely to connect with you today. I am with, oh my God, I love you so much. I am with my friend and colleague and contributor and collaborator, Ann Gilbert, who I met a year ago today.
Yeah,
so it's so fantastic that we're doing this now.
Just a year
Ann is from Tampa, Florida, or living in Tampa, Florida now. She is an entrepreneur. She has franchises of Shapes for Women. She has done a gazillion things in the fitness industry and is one of the most generous mentors I have ever had the pleasure of meeting, and gives everything away for the success of the fitness industry. And she has learned so much as a leader, as a coach, as a trainer, as an entrepreneur, as the creator of fitness education programs, etc. And I think we're really lucky to have a few moments to chat with her today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Hey,
Thank you for
Ann.
having me. I think if you're in the business for 42 years, you probably accumulate a lot of those.
I wasn't going to say it. I wasn't going to say it, but
Okay,
yes,
yeah,
42
for
years.
sure,
I'm
for
okay
sure.
if you
42
say
years.
it.
42 years.
42 years in the
That
business.
yeah, thanks for having me.
Oh, it's my absolute pleasure. Starting when it was, very aerobic-y.
Very aerobic-y.
We can all imagine the
Very
outfit of 42 years ago, and I'm sure you look
You
fabulous
know,
just
it's
as you do
interesting
now.
though, my first facility that I ever worked at was also a women's only chain, and it was called Shapes. That's all it was called.
Yeah.
And now I'm working for and own Shapes Fitness for Women.
Yeah.
So the
Full
idea
circle.
of Shapes, yeah, full circle.
The idea of how a woman feels in her
about her
shape,
body, yeah.
not the shape of a woman, but how a woman
Exactly.
feels in her shape,
If she's
which is
comfortable
what's
in her
evolved.
own skin,
and she's
right.
comfortable in her own skin, and that's what you give to your staff and your members and the teams and the people that you train.
Yeah, that's it. That's our mission.
One of the things that you and I have talked a lot about as we've had the pleasure of working together is the evolution of what's happened to those two franchises
Right.
in Tampa in 2019, with big transitions, corporate transitions, local transitions, lots of stuff going on. I really would like to know how you've balanced, as best as you can, thinking about the bricks and mortar, because there's been massive renovations, balancing working on the actual physical location, and then the team that leads the members through the workouts in that fabulous physical location.
It's kind of been an interesting evolution because Shapes came from a corporate entity with 13 clubs in the Tampa Bay area.
Yeah.
And in 2013, we were franchised. And we started to pepper the model, if you will, across the country, here and there. And we had the opportunity to actually purchase a couple of the new franchise. But yet we also had the Legacy Club. The Legacy Club, an aging club, an aging member base, and an aging team, leadership team.
Right.
And we decided to really bump it up a little bit this past year and go into a full remodel. Again, aging, it was kind of a facelift. In fact, we called it the Shapes facelift.
Yeah.
For the whole community to be re-engaged with the fact that this was a brand new club. But during that time period, I think the transitioning from a corporate-owned entity to a modern boutique style entity in which people came to the facility not because it had equipment or because it had a pool or because it had group fitness, all those things were amenities, but because they felt comfortable in their own skin. And it was a hard sell. You know, it's a hard sell for women to walk in the door and to kind of coach them into feeling great about their bodies. And it made us feel like we were more of a boutique than we were just a fitness facility painted pink.
Yeah.
Do you know?
And I think more critical for the community that you work in. And one of the things I have noticed from you is you do see it as a community.
Yes.
One of the things that I've observed and do over the last year, which is really remarkable, is bring together all the competitors in the community to do special events and do things to be able
Collaborations. I love that word, don't you? Collaboration.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You know, I think
without fear, which maybe is the 42 years, but you're doing it without fear. You're not worried about working with your competitors, and you know what I mean?
Well, to be honest, I was very fearful. I was very fearful because I'm a very competitive person. I'm very driven, and I want to be the best, and I wanted to be first, and we have all those feelings too.
Yeah.
But if you're really trying to engage women who have never taken step into a facility before and are scared, and fitness facilities can scare the bejesus out of a woman if she's never really experienced. Yeah. And what about those that have tried all the fitness facilities and never really seen a success? You know, never really knew what it felt like to be results driven. So it's a different kind of sell. And what I think the hardest thing this last year was to try to give up that fear and see what what benefits we could have by collaborating with the other women's own boutique, and just remind and retrain my staff to understand that we're really only addressing about 25% of the population in our area, and that there's 75% out there just waiting to come in the door. And how do we empower them? And I don't mean sell them a price and use the discount as an empowerment, but really make them feel this is going to be their fitness home. I'd love it to be their forever fitness home, really, right? And allow them to grow old if they could and would within the walls. But it's a different type of way of training your staff. So our staff grew up in sell, that mentality. We kind of evolved from that as part of the legacy chain. Sell. No one goes home till something is sold. Do you know? Drop the price if you have to. Negotiate. Get a TO. We used to get a TO, a takeover from our supervisor, a TO, a special price.
Like, I'll talk to my supervisor.
Yeah, talk to my supervisor. And that meant that you had a price that was different than this gal over here. And then when you guys came to group fitness together, there was kind of a negative, well, why did you pay with that? We kind of really tried to move away from that and really sell the benefit of being part of a community and a boutique. That's tough, because we were raised to sell group fitness, kind of a museum tour, do you know? And there's those, over here's the group fitness room, and if you go through this door is the kids club, and if you go over there, that's the cycle room, and back here we have a locker room, and that's the way we were teaching our staff to engage women. Well, who cares about that? What if they didn't have kids? Why do they need to see the kids care? Do you know? But instead say, what are you looking for? What have you seen in the past? This is point A. What is it going to take to let you help us? Or pardon me, let us help you move on the continuum from A to B. And we really try to empower our sales staff to not see themselves as salespeople, but really ambassadors to help the next woman get along on this little journey, this little A to B continuum.
That's interesting.
It's tough. It's a mindset change.
It's a mindset change.
For me too.
Yes, and then for the team. And he actually launched a full-fledged leadership team in 2019 and brought them in as leaders and called them leaders, and you realigned expectations with a lot of the members on your team, and there's been some transition and some going and some leaving and some changing places on the bus and all of that. And how's that been?
Do you know what I found as taking that leadership, the top leadership role in myself, is to really take time to study my team. And they're all women. Some of them single moms, some of them playing the balancing act between raising a family, starting a career. Their focus is on church and job, and really all these different things that women take care of on a daily basis. And my staff was an example, just like the women coming in the door.
Like the members,
And it was really interesting to see that not one person really had the time, the know-it-all, the know-how to really be that one old school general manager.
Right.
You know how we grew up in that fitness world where
somebody
was
was
a
all the
manager,
ops and sales were one person.
And they held so much responsibility that we saw great turnover. For the 6 years I was in ownership, we saw great turnover. It was literally too much. And we expected this person to be a phenomenal salesperson, a great fitness coach, right? A creative event planner.
Social media.
Social media.
Throw everything on there.
Now,
fix the toilets.
A community awareness professional. We wanted them to go to the chamber meetings and the women's clubs and the schools, and yet to be in the club long enough to sell the next membership, right? So we decided to split it, and we decided it would be a team. And what we found was, from this leadership pool, in a sense, a great emergence of different talents that combined made even something better than a GM. And it gave them an opportunity to have a real fitness career.
And to have one another, because I know a lot of the team, and we've done some coaching for the team and a lot of this stuff, and they're keeping one another accountable. And how's that going with that? How are you working on the soft skills? How's this and that? And they support one another now. That collaboration. So you having that collaboration mindset and then bringing it into the team
and,
was
it
able
allows me to grow too. You know, it allows me to grow in my next chapters of fitness, and as a real leader, it allows me to grow and become more educated and more up on what's going on in the full industry and bring it back to them. I can trust them to support each other when I go
Yes.
to bring back the newest trends.
Yes.
You know, I got the trends from you last year, and I can go and converse with you and other women in leadership and fitness and come back with innovative new ideas from everything from event planning to enhancing their leadership skills. I gave them the ability to call themselves special and to really write down what their strengths and weaknesses were, and they've helped each other. It's a year. It's been a year since we made that decision. And you know what? I think I'm saving on payroll. And I don't have those stats with me to share with you guys. I will share that again.
Sure.
In another.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, another. But I think that.
Focusing their efforts based on
in
their
the different
strengths
areas. So one person that emerged that was really fascinating, her name is Chrissy, and she was brought in as a sales support person to the leadership team. She was there for if someone needed to go, you know, a substitute leadership person. But she was participating in all of the leadership growth events that we had and all the learnings that we had. And all of a sudden she said, I'd like to go out into the neighborhood and I would like to visit the schools, and I would like to be part of all of the women's groups in the area, and I would like to make outdoor marketing relationship building rather than what I grew up in, which was a stack of pre-printed outdoor marketing pieces laid on the counter at the pizza parlor. Do you know? Or putting up a lead box at the hair salon. She said, I'd like to take this opportunity to step up into this position. And since then, 3 or 4 of the gals on the leadership team have actually said, this is where my strengths are, and this is how I can contribute to the team. We're doing more in social media than we've ever done, and with better response. And communities are seeing us as now a fitness leader in the area. We're going to actually collaborate with 5 or 6 of the other entrepreneurs, and they're actually all women's owners in my area. We're meeting this week, and we're going to get together and create strategies to create our town as one of the fittest places or the best places for women to be fit in the state of Florida.
That's amazing.
I mean, that's so much more empowering than laying a piece of marketing. Now, do we still have to do marketing? Yes. But people like Chrissy and some of the other gals that have stepped up into that position really see a benefit now of making relationships into the community and not just laying out a discounted piece of marketing.
And I think seeing it, so sure there's always, the word fear is very emotionally laden, but the idea of the overcoming that fear and seeing the opportunities from a place of abundance versus scarcity. So you can still have the fear, what's really, as long as it drives you, and that overcoming that and overcoming the challenges and looking at that, but doing it collaboratively. You have always been somebody who's a big fan of mentorship and coaching and all of those things, and you surround yourself and you devour education.
I've needed mentors for 30 years, 35 years in the business. Do you know the other thing that's interesting when you're talking about competition, because we all have it, if we're still only addressing 25% of the population, and yet there's those 6 to 8 facilities or entrepreneurs within walking distance of my club, there is competition out there, but really establishing yourself as a facility that offers a little bit different. And it was really hard for me. I was locked into that 42 years of fitness. Everybody offers general or group fitness. Everybody offers this. Everybody offers that. And being able to lead these gals up and see their talent shine has brought us into innovative event planning. We had a Santa Dash today for special needs kids in our facility. No one else does that kind of thing. And innovative parties and events and ways to engage our members, which are really making us stand out.
If you're ever looking for events ideas, I'm going to think about it. So Ann does, what is it, like sip and stretch?
We do sip and stretch.
Ann has the best, cleverest names and titles for special events and ideas that are super simple, but yet really fun.
Do you know, we'll think
She's
about
the champion at this.
A women's club. We want to do belly dancing. I have just hired a hula dancer to come into our facility. These are things that make women feel great about themselves. And you know, our aquatic environment doesn't have just aquatics classes.
No.
Do you know, we don't do water aerobics anymore. We have weight loss in the pool. We have specificities. We have deep stretch in our hot tub. We used to call it a hot tub, right? Now we call it a deep therapy pool. a deep stretch there.
See what I mean? This is being
Right?
creative.
I know, right?
Taking what you have, not assuming, because how much would it cost to take that out, as opposed to be like, let's repurpose that space
so many
and
people are
actually
taking those,
create
yeah.
something there. But that's why Ann is at a ton of events throughout the year, and you're constantly researching and connecting with people and doing it from a place, like you said, of collaboration and community and wanting to learn more and to grow. After 42 years,
Yeah, thanks,
you're
but-
still growing.
If I didn't have that team, though, I couldn't go.
Yeah.
You know, and I want to steal from everybody. Sorry, they're not all my ideas. I think Sip and Stretch came from somebody else.
Borrow. Let's call it borrowing.
Borrowed from
Sharing.
somebody else.
We
Borrowed
share
from
those
somebody
ideas.
else, yeah.
And the team is doing a fantastic job.
They're doing well.
Yeah.
We're seeing increase in numbers. We know our numbers, and the team likes to study numbers now. Where in the past, when there was only one person that was responsible for all the sales and all the new
Yeah.
members and all the retention and attrition figures and stuff, now that there's a group of them, they want to know more about the numbers.
Yeah.
And they're embracing the numbers rather than being fearful of the numbers. It's not what if we don't make it. Instead, it's a strategy. What can we do? What 3 things can we do to make sure we make it? And what benefit are we going to have if we have that many more members or that many more people involved in programming?
Yeah. And so is that what's next for the team? Continuing to embrace that, going on to keep continually sharing their strengths and desires and ideas and everything else with you into 2020? What does 2020 looks like for Shapes Fitness for Women?
I think definitely will continue. I think the leadership team is new and they love it.
Yeah.
While I was gone, they sent me a text, not me sending them a text,
Yeah.
saying that because we are really busy with our families this week, we would like to move our leadership meeting to the following date. They're taking charge of those things. What's in charge next year? I'd like to see us do some new marketing.
Okay.
I would like to see us really engage women and use social media especially to find that person that's been afraid to take that step through the door. I want to make it emotional. I want to show all sizes, all shapes, all diversities, all ages, so that we're not characterized as a place for this age or this age, but a place that is just hyper-focused on getting that person off the couch. We want to be the beginning club. And I think if we start at the beginning, then we will be the forever club.
And you'll get out of just the 25%.
Yeah, personally, I do need help balancing. You know, when we get together with all those other gals in the area, yes, we're going to build strategies to make us noteworthy in the state of Florida. I mean, that's the whole goal, is to have a different type of marketing and notice who our facility is. But we all need balance, you know. My husband and I are both 66 years old, and we're really planning what's coming on next.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that we start to visit our grandchildren more often. We've always waited for them to come home, so I think 2020, when we do travel, we want to make sure that the travels include more family. And we want to find things to do together, which I think is what leaders have to do, is inspire others to see that there is a balance. I want my members on my leadership team to say that I can balance fitness and family.
Thanks to you demonstrating that.
Yeah, I'll demonstrate it. I'll demonstrate it. You know, I think that's important because I think right now they probably think I'm 24/7, 7 days a week, fitness. I don't think that's necessarily healthy. I want them to see themselves as hybrid, family, friends, hobbies.
I understand. And I have seen that in your social media, which everybody can find you. So Facebook and Instagram at Ann Gilbert.
Ann D. Gilbert.
Ann D. Gilbert.
Yeah.
And I have
And
seen
Ann
that.
Fit on Fit and Instagram,
And Fit on Instagram. And I see it because I see that on the weekends we see your grandkids a lot more. We see
my
those kinds
puppies?
of things. And your puppies. And we see the dogs. Yes, but we do
isn't that
see the
important
balance. And
for them
I
to
love
see
that.
that?
Yes, because I love that you're leading by example about not assuming that you're just eating celery and exercising all the time. But that health, that
the
holistic
road,
health includes all of those things, includes family health, includes mental health, includes self-care, includes all of that.
and community health.
And community health. Thank you for sharing that with us, Ann.
Thank you.
So you guys check her out on social media, and if you're at any of the events where Ann is at, if you're lucky enough to be at an event where Ann Gilbert is at, please go see her. She will give you everything she has in her heart. She always does with me. You're so generous of your
Thank you for
time.
everything that you brought to our team. We worked with you one-on-one for a long time, and every single person on our leadership team has grown, and really not necessarily, and now they're wanting more. They want more of you. They want more of you.
Well, I'm
Natalie.
going to make my way to Florida at least once in 2020. I'll make my way to Florida,
We
and it'll be my
appreciate you
absolute
very,
pleasure
very
to
much
see the
and what
girls
you brought
again.
to the team.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks, guys. See you soon.